This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, there are plenty of online sources and articles here, and one of them I'll put in the description box for you guys. Go have a read for yourself, which is if we ever get to the point where it's Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, however you prefer it, gets to a point where it will be for Undisputed. So if Joshua gets through his tests with a Pulev and Usyk as an example, and Fury gets through his test of a Deontay Wilder Part 3 and a Dillian Whyte, if everything goes through and we end up getting Undisputed, then the collaboration between Sky Sports and BT Sport will be that they're going to amp the pay-per-view price up to £50, $49.99 or $49.95, however. Now, ordinarily for a pay-per-view here in the UK, it will be 20 quid. If you want HD, you pay like an extra quid or so. But let's just do the ballpark figure of 20 quid. So if they kept this fight at 20 quid, what kind of pay-per-view buys will we do? For me, I reckon it'll probably do about in excess of 2 million, maybe 3 million, okay? But again, we'll do a ballpark of 2 million pay-per-view buys. Again, that'll be a record. So 2 million pay-per-view buys at £20, that's £40 million. Good money, right? Now, because it's going to be a BT Sport and Sky Sports collaboration, everything is going to be 50-50. So it won't matter whether or not 99% of people may choose Sky Sports and only 1% choose BT Sport. It doesn't matter. It's all going to go into the same pot and it will be split 50-50 across all sides. So rather than get 40 million and say, okay, then so we get 20 million, you get 20 million, that's 50-50. I'll tell you what we do. I think Sky Sports, we would like to have the full 40 million. BT Sport, well, we'd like to have the full 40 million too. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll up the price, not just by double, but by a bit more as well, to 50 quid. So it's not just double, it's actually 150% increase on their highest pay-per-views of £25, which was Joshua versus Ruiz Part 2 and Fury Wilder Part 2 as well. Now, is 50 quid, is that too much money? Is it greed? Of course it is. Because they know that it doesn't matter what kind of price that they put, we're going to pay for it. Even though that they're going to be doing record pay-per-view buys and they're going to be earning a whole crap load of money anyway, because it's a collaboration between BT and Sky, they're not going to want a 50% of the cut. They're going to want a massive cut. They're going to want to make huge amounts of money. So, are they taking advantage of the fans? Well, of course they are. Of course they are. Will I pay for it? Of course. Am I happy about it? No. Now, I'll be more happy about it if the fight happened in the UK, because then we're getting two Brits undisputed here on UK soil, okay? So I'll be more happy with it. If it happens at some country where we're going to be watching this at 4 o'clock in the morning, no. Am I going to be happy of getting up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and spending 50 quid? Not really, no. But will I do it? Yeah, because I'm a mug. That's all it is. And that's what they're going to be relying on. Now, is this going to be a deterrent for a lot of people? Say, you know what, I ain't going to pay 50 quid for that. I'm just going to stream it. A lot of people do that anyway, but again, it's a risk for, first of all, it's illegal to do that. Second of all, your stream may not work properly, plus quite a few other things. So for me, I'd rather avoid all that and just pay the money. That's what I do with all pay-per-views. Even if I don't particularly agree that, say, a certain event is pay-per-view, well, I'm going to buy it anyway. Now, it is greed. Of course it is. It's taking advantage of the British boxing fans. That's exactly what they're doing. Would you do the same? Maybe you would. Maybe you wouldn't. But at the end of the day, what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to make their 40 or 50 million each. They're not going to want to make that and then split it 50-50, are they? Of course not. Why have 40 million and then both sides get 20 million each? Because that's nothing, right? They can't afford a Happy Meal with that, right? They're going to want to double it and then some. So it's certainly an advantage. Don't expect any favours from Sky and BT. At the end of the day, if we all want Undisputed, and it is going to be two Brits, and let's be honest, it doesn't matter how you look at it, Fury vs Joshua will be the biggest fight in British history. So they're going to be doing 50 quid. They're going to take full advantage of this. Of course they are. Now, don't get me wrong. If, for example, Fury loses to Dillian Whyte and it's going to be Joshua versus Dillian Whyte for Undisputed, it's still going to be 50 quid because, again, it will be the biggest fight in British boxing history. Two Brits undisputed. So no. Are we going to be happy about it? No, of course not. Are we going to pay for it? Of course we will. Of course we're going to pay for it. A lot of people won't, and that's fine. But that's what it is that they're looking for. They're looking for the likes of me and many of you who will pay no matter what. They could put up to 100 quid. We'll pay for it, won't we? Ideally, we'd rather that they do 20 quid one, but even though the whole world is going to end up going through some kind of global recession soon, they ain't going to care about that. They're worried about their end. That's all it is. But it's still cheaper than America. I mean, America, these poor buggers get royally done for pay-per-views, even with some of their shows that are absolute garbage. Even if the headline's quite good, the undercard is usually trash. But there again, how's it going to work with ESPN and DAZN? Well, again, they're going to have to work something out, aren't they? As DAZN is not a pay-per-view platform, but ESPN can be. So that's their problem. For us here in the UK, it's Sky Sports, BT Sport, collaboration, 50 quid for Joshua versus Fury. Are you happy about that? Would you pay for that? Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.